The American Athletic Conference held their 2018 Basketball Media Day today in Philadelphia. We had the chance to speak with UConn's head coaches and key players, as well as head coaches from around the AAC. We managed to stump Dan Hurley and found out where the talent and leadership are for Gino Auriemma, as well as where the most improvements will be coming from the men's basketball team.
Yeah, it's kind of tough. It's interesting being a new guy, but being an experienced guy at the same time. So you pick your spots, you get to know people. You don't want to come in and just try to tell them everything like like you've been here. So it's a fine line to walk, but I think I've done a pretty good job. I think the guys have accepted me. They've accepted me leading them in a lot of instances. So it's been an interesting journey to go on.
I think intensity and accountability holds everyone accountable. He sets his standards, and if people aren't living up to him, then there's punishment that you got to face. So everyone kind of stays off the punishment side, so everyone's just kind of lifted their stuff up, whether it's on the court, off the court. So you just see the whole culture of our team changing.
It changed my game by me sliding my feet and being better on defense, because last year I was in foul trouble early. So this year we should see a huge difference in me on the defensive end and just rebounding and just helping the team.
It's like I said to the players, that moment hasn't happened yet. Those moments are when we win. Like I said to them right when we met right after first night, I said, this better not be the most fun we have on the court this year. Like this should just be okay. This is more about the students. You like your intro dance, good. But we want to have fun. We want to party. On Friday night after a 7 o'clock game, we want to be in the locker room having a party. Maybe I'll take a risk here. I'll say Brendan Adams maybe. Just because he doesn't, if you come and watch practice, he doesn't look like a freshman. He's got really good size for a guard, shoots the ball well, kind of sneaky, sneaky athletic. But he comes from a basketball family, older brother with the Atlanta Hawks, great player at Bonaventure. He's built to do this.
Just being a lot more aggressive. I think I've worked on my finishing. Coaches pointed to Kyrie Irving for me to pay attention to, so I've done a little bit of that. We have to be a lot louder on defense. That was probably our first thing when we got onto defense on the court. He said that there was nobody opening their mouth. And so that's one thing that we have to focus on. The other thing is we're not big, so we're going to have to rebound. We're going to have to find ways to block people out and play five people on the same page at all times.
Probably just to keep working hard, and Coach sees what we're doing. He sees every hustle play you make, every time you talk, and everything you're doing. So just to know that what you're doing, it does have an impact, and it is going to help you in the future, and just to keep going.
I mean, it's another game, but it's definitely something special for us and important for us to kind of go out there and do what we need to do. It's still the regular season, so not necessarily the time where I would like to beat them, but I would clearly, every time I play Notre Dame, I want to beat them, whether or not the outcome from last year happened. These two teams have been competitive since before I got here, and I think that's the best thing about the kind of matchup is that we both go out there and play each other without any fear and just play as hard as we can.
First of all, when you lose a game in overtime on the last shot, that means you didn't do many things wrong. That means the other guys made one more play than you did. So what happens? It's like a reminder that that's reality, So if somebody says, what would you do different or take different? I would say, how about if we're in the exact same game this year and we're in overtime and we've got the last possession to win the game? Win or lose, I don't care then. Because the idea is keep putting yourself in that situation, knowing that we're going to win some, we're going to lose some. He says, UConn has trouble, he's had trouble winning semifinal games. Well, we won 11 of them, so we're not that bad. It's just we lost the last two, but we did win 11 of them.
I don't know who's saying that to you, Coach, but it's not us. Husky fans don't have to wait much longer as the men's exhibition game kicks off November 2nd and the women on November 4th. From Philadelphia, I'm Kyle Berry, UCTV Sports.